Hello everyone, Pure Chaos X here with sort of an update video to the Mega CD, but not really. It's basically just to say about the Pico fuses that I'm still waiting for, which should have been here like between the 10th and the 11th. It's now the 12th, so they're late, and I paid extra for first class shipping, and it should not be taking this long, so I can't even replace it yet. This sort of update is also to say that I don't think it's the Pico fuse anymore. I did some testing of this a few days ago, shortly after I made the first video, the unboxing video, and I tested the fuse. And from what I can see, it's still in one piece. It is not blown. So if that doesn't fix it, I'm not quite sure what it's going to be. I must have watched a total of like 20 videos and articles on YouTube and whatnot about people all testing it, right? And it's always been the fuse. 100% of the videos that I watched was the fuse. 100%, like 20, 30 videos, and it was always the fuse. But in my case, in my unique case, it doesn't look like it is. A lot of people to test, they bridged the fuse. They shorted it so that it bypassed the fuse altogether. I did that. It was still dead. So I also tried it with the little resistor that's sort of near the fuse. Still dead. I did both. Still dead. And I looked at the boards, and I can't see a single blemish on that board. Nothing's blown. Nothing's popped, leaking, bulging, charred, scratched, nothing. Everything looks clean as a whistle. So I'm not holding out much hope that the Pico fuse is to blame. I don't actually think it is anymore. I've done all the various other things, like cleaned all the contacts, I've cleaned the boards, just in case. I've done everything I could possibly think of if it isn't the fuse, and I've googled it. Like, what happens if you replace the fuse, or if your Mega CD's dead, but it still doesn't work, and the fuse is okay, and everyone was like, it's the fuse, pretty much. So no one has sort of said what else it could be other than the fuse, because it's the only thing that seems to stop the Mega CD from just working. But in my case, I think the fuse is A-okay. So, like I said, I can't test it yet because I haven't got the fuses because they're fucking late. But bridging the fuse did not help. So, I've got no idea. I think there is another fuse on the main board somewhere, which I might try and bridge that. I don't know. But, yeah. So, I'm not quite sure what that could be if it isn't the fuse. And I know the Mega Drive is working. Both the Mega Drive and the Mega CD use the same, I think it's the model 1602 power supplies. They both use exactly the same, and the ones I've got are exactly the same. And both power supplies work in this, but they don't work in this. The only thing I've noticed is that when I turn the Mega Drive on, the laser, I can see it light up for like a second. It's dim, but it lights up. So obviously there's power and the power signal coming from this to this. That much we can get. I'm going to have to try and find a better position for this camera. So there's definitely something going through this to here, because the laser turns on for a second and then turns off again. So there's obviously, and it does that even with or without the Mega CD being plugged in. So this is still sending a quick signal, or quick power signal, to the Mega CD, and the laser turns on for a brief second, and then turns off. So, yeah. But other than that, if it's not the fuse, I haven't got a clue. There is a recap pack, or recap kit, on eBay, which I might get to recap the main board. But like I said, all of the capacitors look perfectly fine. None of them are bulging. None of them have leaked. They look clean as anything. So I'm beyond what the hell could be possibly wrong with this. It's very odd. Yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, this was just a quick video before the main update where I actually put the fuse in and try it. But after the tests that I've done, I'm not holding out much hope that this is going to work. That the fuse is going to work. I just don't think it's the fuse anymore. I was really hoping it would be. After reading so many things and watching so many videos about people changing the fuse and it worked, I just thought, well, what else could it be? But at the same time, I don't want it to work. Because I have a reputation to uphold of buying consoles, well, getting consoles with very simple faults that seem to be very simply fixed, and then me getting the only one in the world that does not have that same fix. And if anyone remembers the Xbox One that I purchased, where everyone said, you know, it turned on, then turned off. And everyone said, oh, just change the capacitor in the power supply. Did that, it still did the same thing. So, same thing with this. Oh, it's just the fuse. Change the fuse, job done. Nope. So, yeah, my reputation for getting a hold of consoles with very simple fixes that 100% of people it works for, well, except not because 99.9%, because I'm the 0.1% where simple fixes don't work. So, yeah, not holding out much hope, like I said. So, I don't know if this is ever going to live again. Which would be sad. It would be very sad. Because there could be anything that's wrong with it. Actually, there's a question for Shaolin, if you're watching. Not that it makes much difference, but when you turned it on, did it stay on, and then it just never came back on the second time you turned it on? Or did it come on, and then just turn off within like a second, like it just blew? Like I said, not that that would make a difference, but I was just wondering, did it pop as soon as you turned it on, or did it pop like when you turned it off and back on again? So just curious. But like I said, probably won't really make much of a difference. But yeah, so if it's not the fuse, there's not really much I can do with this, which is a damn shame, because I was hoping to get one of these up and running again. Maybe have some play games on it and whatnot. Not to mention the fact that I just used my last 2 CDRs to burn a disc to it. So I could actually test some games out. But not entirely sure that's going to be working now. So, yes, shit. Oh well, it sucks. But anyway, this has been going on for too long, this video, and all I was talking about was I don't think it's the fuse. So, once the fuses do arrive, if they do, I'll make the next update video. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and furthermore, I sent an email to the seller nearly 24 hours ago. Haven't heard anything back. Absolutely disgraceful behaviour from eBay sellers. Nothing just fucking pisses me off more than a seller on eBay who ignores you and never replies to you. Ever. I'm not saying he won't, but if they've had like 24 hours to respond and they haven't, they probably won't. So, the eBay seller. I mean, he shipped it out apparently on a Sunday, so presumably he actually shipped it out on Monday, and first class that I bought Tuesday or Wednesday. Today's Thursday. So, either he didn't give me the first class postage, or Royal Mail have fucked up. Either way, I'm going to end this video. So, thank you for watching, and I'll return with a proper update video once I get the fuses. So, until then, thank you for watching, and bye for now.